Welcome to another Kiefer Garden Tips. My name is Matthew Cox, and today we're going to be talking about pruning. First, I want to talk a little bit about shaping. This euonymus here is a little leggy, so we're going to take it back. The most important thing when pruning something like this euonymus is you don't want your cuts to be really obvious on the surface. So what we do is we come below a couple leaf pairs and trim 2 or 3 spots here. And you'll notice as I'm shaping this that there's foliage above those cuts. So with this, we want to go for gumdrop shapes. So widest at the bottom and rounded on top. So I'm going to bring these edges in a little bit. And now we've got a rounded plant that has sunlight all the way to the base of the plant. And it still has its natural texture. So this is what most of my pruning is going to be angled toward, is having the plant look like a textbook version of itself without looking like it's been trimmed very heavily. Next, I want to talk a little bit about shaping something that's going to be more upright. So this, we're going to try to go a little bit more conical, again, to get light all the way down the sides. So we're going to take the lead back a little bit here. That way it stays nice and dense and full. And then we're just going to lightly trim the sides. We still left foliage to cover our cuts, but a lot of improvement in this plant. Next, I want to talk a little bit about deadheading. This is probably one of the most common types of pruning we're going to do on flowering shrubs and perennials. We want to hide our cuts, and we just want to clean the plant up a little bit. So this is a butterfly bush that's almost finished blooming out, so we're going to come in and start cutting off these dead seed heads. This will also keep it from propagating out around your yard. As you can see, I'm trying to keep my foliage, but only remove the dead blooms. The next type of pruning I want to talk about today is rejuvenation pruning. As you see, this plant here is very long and leggy and needs to be cut back hard. Now, here in the fall, we do not want to do this yet. We want it to lose its leaves, suck up all those nutrients that are in the leaves, and get that into the root system before we cut it back. But when we do, we're going to come down here and pick about 4 or 5 bud sets up and cut right here. Again, I'm not going to do this right now, but in January and February, it's a great time to do rejuvenation pruning on plants that get a little too leggy. Now I want to bust a myth. You can prune any plant any time of the year as long as you know what you're looking for. For example, this camellia has set its flower buds for next year. But we can still prune this as long as we look out for those flower buds and leave those in place. So we can actually do this pruning now to make those buds show off even more in the spring. So now our plant's nice and tidy. We still have nice flower buds. We're not going to lose any flowers, and everything's going to look great. This has just been a brief intro into pruning. If you have any pruning related questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask our nursery staff.